Hey, hey guys, Pat over here at Fellsmere Fishing Headquarters. Hey, we want to do a quick fishing report. We got the goat with us. Hey, listen, the fishing's incredible. Roland and I fished the last 2 days together, man. We
crushed them.
Yeah, there'll be a video coming out on Roland's deal.
Moving water.
So, moving water, dude. I mean, just that current. And so we really put a beating on them. The fishing is absolutely incredible. A lot of folks are discouraged because it's the summertime. It's hot.
It's just like we went by the launch ramp, and Steve had the only boat at the launch ramp. Like,
Right.
The only one fishing. We were
Nobody's
like the only
fishing
one at the
Escape Marsh.
and you're catching the heck out of them. We're catching the heck out of them. Nobody's around fishing anywhere.
It's crazy.
It's kind of like bittersweet. It's like we love it for us, but we've been catching fish our whole lives. So I'm born and raised down here. Ron's been fishing down here his whole life. I mean, we're used to. We want everybody else to experience what we want y'all to have fun. We want y'all to know what we're doing. And so that's why we're doing these videos. We're not doing it for any other reason.
What I said in the video that was so important, and I really want to emphasize, here at Fellsmere Fishing Headquarters, between you, Pat Kelly, and you, Steve, you give good information. I'm a guide here too. So what we try to do is tell everybody what's the scoop. And because we want you back. You want to catch fish, and Pat will draw you a map. Steve will show you right exactly where he's going. We don't hold secrets. We try to help people. That's it.
No, and and listen, this is kind of funny coming from Roland because he's been a competitive fisherman his whole life.
Well, in tournament competition, I might hold a secret.
Yeah, back then, but now he
is
totally. He goes to the boat ramp. Everybody comes to him. Roland. We have spots on the lakes that it's called Roland's Hole. I mean, because they see Roland fish in certain areas. But my point is, Roland loves it. We love it. Steve loves it.
But even if somebody's on my 2 or 3 best holes, or Steve, I've noticed you do the same thing. We're just happy to go where other places because we like to explore, try new places. Yep. I like to spend half my day fishing new water, and that's the way to get ahead. So I don't have just 1 or 2 holes. We got 100 holes.
Yeah. No, and that's just it. And that's the beauty of it. Then that's what we've been doing, guys, and we're really proud of it. We love the fact that we can share the information with everybody. When folks are coming here and they're meeting Roland and they're talking to Steve. Steve's got time when he comes in off trips and he sits here with all these people, and we got all the maps. You see all the maps of all the lakes right here. I mean, Headwaters and Snake Marsh and Kenansville and all of, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to help.
You come down, and I guarantee you, between the 3 of us and the other 3 or 4 guys that are here, we'll put you on the right spot. We'll get you fish. I mean, you're gonna catch them.
Absolutely, man. We really wrecked them to the last couple of days. Me and Roland.
What do we catch? My hands are sore.
Well, I'm so burnt up, man. The sun got me.
Well, we had the biggest was 8
thumbs are-
pounds. So how many 5-pounders did we have?
Oh man,
At least a dozen. We had
some guys.
And see, you were fishing shiners. You wrecked them.
He's sending us videos.
Wrecked them with 4 other. How many?
We caught 58 today.
See, 58.
Yeah.
Shiner fishing is better than lure fishing.
Yeah.
Pat and I, we destroyed them on lures, but this guy with the shiners, hey, it's big time. Shiner fishing.
It was hilarious because Roland and I are fishing Snake Marsh, right? And so we're wrecking them, and we don't think that there's no way anybody could be catching fish like we're catching. And then Captain Steve sends us a video, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh, look at this, guys!
Look at that.
And it's on our video from Roland and I and Roland's deal. And so, big. I mean, that was a big fish. I don't even know how big it weighed, but what it weighed. But it was a big fish.
We thought it was 9.
He's wrecking them.
But it was 9.
Yeah, it looked 9.
It was close. It
looked 9. But the point is, here it is, the summertime. Everybody, the boat ramps are ghost town, and we really love that. I mean,
but up north, all the guys
we got the place to ourselves, but we really don't love it because we do want everybody else to come out here,
But you know they got good fishing up north now. That's the only reason why they're not coming down here.
Yeah.
You know, Minnesota is just on fire. New York City and New York and all the St. John Lawrence River, that's all big swim.
Oh yeah.
So now's the time to go north, but it's not going to be long. They're going to be back down here.
Yeah.
They're going to be back here.
Yeah, but don't be discouraged about the, you know, and speaking for our local guys, I mean, guys, and fishing's good. It's a little hot out there. I mean,
you know, I lived in Oklahoma, and I also lived in Montgomery, Alabama, and also
no breeze.
it was hotter in Oklahoma.
For sure.
It was hotter in Alabama than it is here.
For sure.
Really.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we have a breeze.
Yeah.
I mean, even when they say there's going to be no breeze and we go out there fishing, we still have a breeze. We had one. We had a good one today. Thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness.
But anyway, can you tell us a little about that trip you had today with that big old?
Well, it wasn't just today, but even 2 days ago we had 56 fish. 2 days ago, and we have 58 today. Fishing a couple, 3 different spots. You know,
they're all good.
Yes.
I mean, once you start chumming them in, that's the thing. They keep coming in. You start fishing shiners and they're getting loose and stuff. And I've been to some of your holes. You've been to some of my holes. They just kind of keep packing in.
They do.
The longer you stay in.
It's amazing how good Headwaters is.
Oh, yeah.
It is amazing that you can set on one spot. Sometimes I've had guys that be like, "Hey, you want to go try another spot?" No, we don't want to leave. We'll sit there for 8 hours and just catch them and catch them and catch them, and they keep coming.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely
People
phenomenal.
don't really realize how much bass move around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you sit on a really good spot, a really good point, they're gonna come by.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are going to show up. But you know, we're out there so much that we can break it down for folks, and that's the cool thing about it. Is we fish so much that be like, look, you know, we're going to catch some good fish to about 8 o'clock, but that 9 to about 11 o'clock area is when you really need to concentrate on these bites, because that's when the big ones going to show up.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about it. That's what's cool to me. It's cool to watch people catch fish. I love it. I love watching folks have a great time. I love watching grown men scream like women. I love it to pieces.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
As
but
well.
when I can look you in the face and say, hey, from about 9 to 11, that's when you need to concentrate. And man, it happens.
Yeah.
And they get bowed up, and it's giant.
Yeah.
But you fish so much, you can cover that kind of stuff, and that's what gets me going about it.
Yeah,
and just keep them figured out.
And that, you know, but our big thing this weekend was, you know, moving water.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and you understand, and which is the beauty of this whole thing, because, you know, without moving water, that's the way you're going to fish. With moving water is a different deal. You know, Roland and I, we fish that water, and there's, you know, coming through, so much bait all over the place, fish everywhere, but we talked about it in, you know, the last couple of days. You can't catch them non-stop all day long. There's a feeding window.
Well, the schools move in and out, you know.
Yeah, but we caught so many fish and so many good quality fish.
Now, one thing that Steve's doing that we didn't do today, Steve's fishing a lot of deep water. Now, this place has got over 100 miles of deep canals, and it's got 17 big deep holes and pits. Well, what you call sand pits or whatever kind of pits, borrow pits, and you fish all over.
Yes.
And so, one thing about this time of year, I know that you've told me this many times, you kind of stay near the drop off and stay near the deeper water, but there's a lot of it.
Yes,
it's not just one little part. All over the place.
And these pits they set up, you know, they all got shallow grass around them. But they also have grass that actually stair steps down in that 8 to 10 foot range that is, you know, 4 feet up off the bottom.
Right.
And sometimes that's where those bigger fish want to be, because the thermocline and everything right now is down about 6 to 8 feet.
Yeah.
So, you know, they feel comfortable in that area right now. You know, we were actually catching more parallel today than we were on the reeds today.
Okay.
Started out good early in the morning on the reeds.
Right.
You know, if it go right, and then, but as the sun got higher, they got more parallel, so they moved off the shallow grass into the deeper grass.
Okay.
So, you know, you get around these pits, there's fish in all these pits, and I'm telling you, tons of fish in every single one of these pits.
Plus, all the canals.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there'll be boats running by you in a canal.
Yeah,
And you
that's
can
good. Boom, right away.
let them go. Who cares? Throw right behind that boat,
Yeah,
and you're gonna
yeah.
catch fish. I've seen you do it 100 times.
I do it.
I've seen you do it 100
Come on,
times.
come on through it.
He's like, don't slow down, keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the artificial bait's been pretty good here. I know you guys were over at Stick Marsh today, fishing moving water, but I've been catching them on a buzz bait
Okay.
early in the morning at Headwaters. And then I've had to break out the old proverbial sissy stick a little bit, throw some light line. I've been catching them on a Nico rig still in the ditches.
Right. Okay.
But I'm scoping them. I'm still scoping the fish, and I see them. But if you get that Nico rig close to them, they'll eat it. They'll absolutely eat it. And I'm throwing on that Bass Assassin tap out worm.
Yeah,
like
and you know, and desperate measures for desperate times. I mean, in the wintertime we do the same thing. And as a matter of fact, Roland did the same thing today. I mean, when the bite was a little rough, he put this little scrounger on. I mean, it was amazing. I've never fished a scrounger, and Roland put a little, a tail on it, and threw the scrounger.
It's got a little small jig
He was-
and wide vibrates.
Yeah, that scrounger was the deal. I mean, it was. So it's just.
You guys caught him on everything, is my understanding. You know, the funny thing was this, and I don't know if he told you or not, but I texted him. I don't know. Close to the end of my trip today, I texted him. I said, "Hey man, how's it going over here?" He goes, "Man, he's wearing me out. I am wore out. Roland is wearing me out." Roland, how old are you?
That's true.
I'm 85.
85 years old. How old are you?
55.
Roland is wearing Pat to
He did.
pieces.
Well, I
last
used to
couple
fish
days.
with his dad. I used to fish with his
He
father.
did.
And we
Hey.
wore him out down there in Sawgrass Recreational.
Listen.
We had one of the best strings I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Your dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a stringer full of 10-pounders.
Yeah, it was
I still
a
got
lot.
the picture. I'll have to post that one day.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I'll post that one day. But yeah, we just had a really good time, and that scrounger was, like I said, with that bite window. I mean, we were in a position where we could, we got so many fish. It was incredible. But there was times where they weren't biting and they weren't feeding, and we knew that they weren't feeding. So. Roland came up with a couple of ideas and made them eat. But that scrounger was the deal, dude. That was like, they love that damn thing. And that's just like Steve does.
Basically
A big
speaking,
fish.
when the rains come, there's about 10 places here in the St. John's Marsh, different spillways, different water movement areas where you can go and catch limits like we caught today.
Yep.
And that happens just not now, the entire year.
All
In fact,
year.
it's better in January and February.
Yeah,
if
it's
there's getting the
100%,
rain.
absolutely.
If we get the rain. We've seen as many as 10 or 15 boats at where we were
And
today.
everybody's
catching.
catching. Everybody's
Everybody
wearing
is.
about it. Yep.
So that moving water could be a tremendous asset.
Yeah, I agree. I like to think that nobody could do as good as we did, but
Hey, real quick, let me ask you y'all's opinion on something. I want to ask y'all something. So, when you're fishing this moving water, certain spots are better, certain current scenes and so on. I look for the current scenes.
Right.
Okay.
That's what we did.
that was
Okay. So I just wanted to because I've never really talked to you two about that much, because we're just always fishing current, and we got two people fishing, out each side of the boat and so on, and just never really broke it down a little bit. But as that water comes through that gate, it's going to hit different things off the bottom, and it's going to split seams, current seams, and so on. Do you all believe that those fish, they'll set off them seams and they'll move into the current to feed and so on? So certain seams on certain days may be better than others. So you just have to keep, just because you caught them there yesterday on that seam or making that cast doesn't mean those fish aren't there if they're not biting. You need to move around and fish.
Well, the
out.
whole
That's
school
what I-
moves around a lot.
Yeah.
Because today,
A lot of it.
and even yesterday, so one time the whole school came around the boat, like 100 fish were just everywhere. Everywhere
damn
we
near
moved.
jumping in the boat.
And then 2 minutes later, they're almost a cast away. And then 3 minutes later, they're out of, we can't cast them. They're too far away.
Right.
So, and then it goes circle around the other way. So when they come by, that's
Yeah.
a big
We were talking.
Yeah, and that's the thing with current. I mean, you have to understand current. Current is pushing the bait. I mean, I was throwing, we did it today, and it's on our video. We're throwing a crankbait into the current, and we're cranking. We're coming back. We're hooking little threadfin shad.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful thread.
About 3 inches long.
Yeah, but and we didn't catch a bunch of them, but we could feel as we're cranking in, we're hitting all them thread. There's so much bait, so much shad,
That's good too.
and so yeah, that's
Yeah.
So I'll say one more thing and I'm done because I know I've been talking too much. But does it not seem to y'all? I know it does to me that this fall feeding thing is starting to happen a little sooner than it did the last couple of years. And all these pits that I'm fishing, I mean, they are schooling like crazy. Like they do in like October, November.
Yeah.
I mean, last summer and summer before, I don't remember that much activity on top of the water, them pushing that much bait ever on headwaters that I've.
I mean, I've got an opinion, Roland. What do you think? I mean,
There's so many fish in headwaters. I guess that's the deal. They do all that creel study, and every time I ask Bill Brown about the creel study,
Yeah.
he always says that the headwaters is the #1 lake that they're doing all the studies. You know, they do like 10 lakes, and every time the headwaters win.
Yeah.
So there's just more fish in headwaters.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
You know,
Big
all
time.
sizes. You know.
Big
But
time.
now there are some lakes, like a Popka and a couple places where there's a few bigger fish, but you don't catch very many of them.
Yeah.
right.
You know, just to catch a handful.
Right.
You know, here headwaters is the perfect mix because we catch 1 million of them and a couple big ones. So you know we get a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And I would have to say that there's, you know, like a Popka and a lot of these lakes that are lacking vegetation, Okeechobee, where we're busting out with vegetation,
Right.
which, you know, which creates a whole lot more bait. I mean, vegetation brings bait. We talked about it, Roland. I mean, you know, the grass shrimp and the baby crawfish and the bluegill are eating that, and so the food chain is like incredible. And so I really feel the amount of shad. And I'll say this: we were cutting across the lake the other day, Roland and I, and when we left the boat ramp and going across Stick Marsh, we passed, I don't know,
Dozens of schools.
so many schools that
Small
were just
fish with
busting,
bait, you know.
busting shad.
There was small
There was
fish,
so
but
much,
a lot of
there was
bait,
so much
you know.
bait. It was incredible.
Yeah.
We passed and we wanted to stop. We're looking at each other like, "Should we stop? Can we stop?" No, keep
But
going.
they weren't the big fish.
They were, yeah, they were schoolies. They were,
But
you know, 2,
they
3
were
pounders or whatever.
They were all over.
But it was like,
Lots of them.
man, there was so much bait. You know, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough of that. So that's the fishing report, guys. The fishing's on fire.
Good fishing report.
It's, you
I
know,
appreciate you, fellas.
Roland wouldn't be here if it wasn't on fire. But he would, actually. He loves hanging out anyway.
Great fishing.
But we, yeah. So anyway, guys, Captain Steve, Mr. Roland, hey, don't get no better than that.